The tragedy of Karbala refers to a significant event in Islamic history that took place in 680 AD in Karbala, present-day Iraq. It is a deeply mourned tragedy for Shiite Muslims, marking the martyrdom of Imam Hussein, the grandson of Prophet Muhammad, and his loyal companions. Imam Hussein, along with his family and a group of around 72 followers, embarked on a journey from Medina to Kufa, responding to the requests of the people of Kufa who sought his leadership against the oppressive Umayyad Caliphate. However, as they reached Karbala, they were intercepted by a massive army led by Yazid, the caliph of the time. Despite being vastly outnumbered, Imam Hussein remained steadfast in his principles and refused to recognize the unjust rule of Yazid. On the 10th of Muharram, known as Ashura, the battle between Imam Hussein's small group and Yazid's army began. Tragically, Imam Hussein's companions, who had willingly joined him, were killed one by one while bravely defending their faith and principles. These companions included his half-brother Abbas, his young son Ali Asghar, and many close relatives and devoted followers. Imam Hussein himself faced unimaginable hardships during the battle. He was severely wounded and bereft of any help or water for 3 consecutive days. On the day of Ashura, he saw his 6-month-old infant dying of thirst, yet he refused to surrender to Yazid, choosing martyrdom instead. Finally, on the afternoon of Ashura, Imam Hussein, encircled by the enemy, faced an unwarranted attack. He was brutally beheaded and killed by Shimr, a soldier of Yazid's army. His body, along with the bodies of his martyred companions, was left exposed on the battlefield for several days. The tragedy of Karbala carries immense significance for Shiite Muslims. It is not only seen as a historical incident but also a symbol of bravery, sacrifice, and resistance against oppression. The event represents the struggle for justice, truth, and the preservation of Islamic values. It acts as a reminder to Muslims to stay steadfast in their faith, even in the face of tyranny and adversity. Annually, Shiites commemorate the tragedy of Karbala during the first 10 days of the Islamic month of Muharram. The commemoration involves processions, mourning rituals, and recitation of elegies to remember the sufferings of Imam Hussein and his companions. These ceremonies aim to keep alive the spirit of resistance and remembrance of the tragedy, fostering a sense of unity and devotion among Shiite communities worldwide. The tragedy of Karbala is not accepted by all sects and interpretations within Islam. Some interpret the events differently or do not hold the same level of reverence for Imam Hussein and his companions.